begin tonight with big changes for renters and landlords. The NDP's new legislation makes it harder for property owners to evict tenants in order to bring in new ones at a higher rent. But some say the rules are one-sided and could leave landlords in the lurch. CTV's Kevin Chirac has our top story.
Premier Eby calling the proposed changes a win-win.
This bill attempts to close loopholes that both sides have used.
The province announcing proposed amendments to the Residential Tenancy Act, including no more rent increases when a child is added to a household, more time for tenants to dispute an eviction notice, and an increase from 6 months to 1 year for the amount of time a landlord must occupy a unit after ending a tenancy. Eby says some bad faith landlords have abused the personal use loophole and it needs to end.
What we're seeing is some landlords using the personal use exemption, saying, hey, I'm going to use this suite, evicting somebody, and then living there briefly, and then moving in somebody at a higher rent rate.
The change is making it tougher on landlords to evict renters under the personal use exemption, requiring a more formal online process.
This new web portal will ensure that landlords understand the requirements when they evict a tenant, or they're aware of the financial risk when they're evicting in bad faith. They'll be required to sign a declaration when they're doing so.
One tenant advocate calls today's announcement a step forward.
The changes that were announced today are overall positive. We would have liked to see slightly more.
But the Landlord Rights Association calling today's announcement disappointing, leaving landlords with little options in dealing with bad faith tenants.
I think that's not a fair process for the landlords here. So we are just asking for the fairness and the equality, but the government is keep doing to make the tenants happy. That's all they're doing.
BC Housing Minister Ravi Kahlon did mention the Money Judgment Enforcement Act that comes into effect in 2025, which he claims will give landlords another tool in getting their money back for disputes involving unpaid rent and property damage.
The new rules, if passed in the legislature, will come in phases, expected to start this spring and into the summer. Kevin Chirac, CTV News, Vancouver.